Okay, so we're going to install a rigid mount block from Kote, LP Smartside Kote. This did not have a hole in it. When it came, I drilled it out for this vent pipe for the furnace. So first thing I did is go in, figure out where I want my height, because I want it centered on that pipe best as possible, and then mark it, take it off, and I want that flap to essentially come down no more or no less than 3/8 of an inch off the top of this block, because my siding is going to come down 3/8 of an inch off of there, off of that. So I don't want this hanging down, but I want it to cover these nails as best as possible. So if you look here, if I tape down just to those nail holes, those nail slots, then it will cover that and not allow any water to leak. So what I'm going to do first is, as you can kind of tell here, this block is right at an inch thick. And obviously you're not, without drilling a big hole, you're not going to get silicone pushed back there to the back. And even if it does leak through our silicone, first thing I'm going to do, I went ahead and taped all this off real tight. That way, if any water ever gets through, it won't leak, less likely to leak. And with the added Dynaflex 920, color matched, we'll seal around here. That way, if water ever gets through, it's going to have something to keep it from rotting the wall out. And that tape is going to help keep that right in place where it needs to be. And I'm not going to be afraid to run a little bit of it in the pipe on that PVC. This stuff is naturally, it finds its own level, which means it just shrinks. But they call it self-leveling. So a little bit on there. And I'll push it in. So I know I've got sealer back on the back side. So I went ahead and I cheated here. And before I started, make this a little faster, I do have a center mark where I want my block to be. And I don't typically like to nail right here at the very top, because then it's not going to allow me to move it up and down if I need to be, or if I need to. Okay, I am using 2-inch nails because there is 1/2 inch Celotex behind this 5/8. Oh, this had T11 on it. This was rotted out, so I had to replace it. So I'm going to get one nail right there. Even though I have a level line, it doesn't really mean anything. I get my back to level. Same thing, because nailing it might pull it. Double check. We want it as good and tight. See, a little bit of German there. Good and tight to the lavelli. See, and then down here on the bottom, I am going to hit 4 system, so it is going to be solid wood. More. I'm gonna hit every hole. Ooh, must be still growing. That's only a good thing, right? Can't see my bottom hole. Ooh, I fucked up there. That's alright, I'll fix it. Okay, so now that's fastened. Get rid of my DeWalt hammer there. So now we're going to tape this correctly. Go ahead and pre-cut my Pella tape. Don't install it this way because it's upside down. It'll leak. Got to turn it this way. Ensuring that I cover my nails. I don't really need to be any more than that. Just make sure you get it all pushed on nice and flat. We want this to be as watertight as possible. This siding should outlast me. I should be gone before they have to replace this. And that siding's gonna ruin and be 3/16 of an inch off of here. And then this will all be siliconed in. So if water ever does happen to want to get through here for any reason, this just gives it a little more added protection. We're gonna run one across the top. Now if you like having fires, bonfires, this tape, or this paper, wax paper, it's good stuff. It's good stuff for lighting bonfires. Okay, same thing. We want to make sure we're no less than 3/8 of an inch. See, that's going to cover that hole. Nail slot. Okay, now if water ever were to get behind here for whatever reason, this is a gable end. West side, it's going to get hit by rain. So if water ever gets behind here, now I can leak down here, come down here, leach out behind. So here's where guys always want to screw up. On windows especially, is you're not going to tape all the way across the bottom. That water's got to be able to get out. So the way I look at it too, depending how this tape is going to land, if you tape this correctly, any water that's going to potentially leak, you want it to come out this way. You don't want it to go this way. But I don't want it sticking out past where my sealer is going to be. So with that essentially butyl tape being here, if the water ever gets into here, at least it can push it, you know, like a ditch, push it to where you want it to come out. Same thing on this side. Get it close to there, don't want it sticking out past it. And then make sure you're good and flat. Pretty close there. Okay, see, same thing as my dryer vent. Did the same thing. See, it's loose. The way water gets down behind. Now the way those work, these got a little tunnel here, so water comes down the siding. I think it'll land here, come out this little tunnel, and then it's going to drain out instead of some of your traditional J blocks are going to push it back here behind here. So that's a little better that way. So have a good day, y'all.